Hi guys, and welcome to Unit 7, House and Home. You can read your can-do objectives right here, and you can look at the following picture. Now look at the photo and answer the questions. Look at the photo very carefully, and you're going to answer all of these questions right here on page 79. On page 80, we got, it might be a holiday home. Models of deduction. Look at photos A through D and discuss the questions. Okay, you're going to look at these photos right here and you're going to answer these discussion questions. And then on letter B, let me just get a little bit closer. Listen to 4 people talking about photos A through D. Which photo is each person talking about? Let's find out.
Track 2.38. 1.
Well, it's very small, so it can't belong to a big family. Maybe a small family or an older couple who live on their own. Where is it? It's somewhere dry and sunny, so it could be Mexico, maybe, or Spain.
2.
There can't be much space in there, so I think it must belong to a single person or a couple. And where is it? It could be in any big city, but on the outskirts of the city, I think. It might be somewhere like Tokyo, where land's expensive, so you can't build big houses. It might not be a house, it might be 2 separate flats. Oh, no, they can't be flats. The ground floor one is too small, so it must be a house.
3.
You can see tall buildings outside the window, so this flat must be somewhere like Dubai or some modern city. Whoever lives there can't have children, it's much too tidy. It might be someone who works a lot, or someone who doesn't spend much time there.
4.
It's a huge house, so a very big family must live there. Or maybe 2 or 3 different families. Or it might be a holiday home, because it's in the mountains somewhere. It could be Switzerland or Austria, or perhaps Slovenia, somewhere in Europe.
Okay, now that you listened and read the script, check that your answers are like these. And then where it says, listen again, what do the speakers think the buildings are? Who they think lives there? Are their answers the same as yours in 1A? Okay, you don't have to listen again, you just can go back and listen to it and check that these are your answers. Do you like these buildings? Why or why not? Answer those questions as well. Then complete each sentence with 1 word. Okay? You're going to complete these sentences right here. It's very small, so it belonged to a big family. What kind of words are you going to use? You can use words like must, maybe, or well. You'll have to go back and listen again and check the answers right here. We have models like can't, must, could, might not, etc. Now match sentences 1 through 4 with meanings A through C. 2 have the same meaning. Okay, on the matching exercise, this should be like this. Okay? Look again in sentences 1G. What verb form comes after must, might, could, and can't? The verb that comes is the infinitive without to. That's the one. Now go to Grammar Focus 7A on page 144. Go all the way right here. On 144, models of deduction. We can use modal verbs to show that we're making a deduction using evidence, not stating a fact. For example, we must be early, nobody else has arrived yet. They work at the same office, so they might know each other. She might not be in. The lights are all out. We're making a deduction. We're thinking of something using the evidence we're looking at, but we're not saying it as a fact because we can't prove it enough. That can't be Mark's car. He told me he was in the garage. Again, we're not sure. We're just looking at the evidence, but we can't prove it yet. Different modal verbs tell us how sure about a deduction we are. So, if it's something that could happen, these are the ones. But if it's something that, these are like deduction ones. All the ones in the middle. But if I know, and then it's a fact, okay? It's cold in that house. It's a fact. I know it is. But in this case, it must be cold in that house. It's like I'm deducting. I'm sure it is. Okay, so yeah, probably is. I'm deducting that it must be, right? So that's the difference between a fact and a deduction. The opposite of must for deductions is can't. Don't use mustn't, can, or couldn't for deductions. These are not allowed, okay? This bill can be right. I only ordered a salad. You don't say this bill couldn't or mustn't be right. That is a mistake, okay? There must be a mistake. You don't say there can be a mistake, okay? There's no difference between may, might, and could. All three mean that something is possible. To make deduction about actions happening now, use a modal plus be plus the verb with an ing ending. She isn't answering the phone. She might be listening to music. Okay, that's the structure. Okay, now that you read 7a, let's go all the way back to the page we were. Right here. We are on Unit 7. Okay. Now that you looked at it on the grammar focus, pronunciation. Listen to the sentences in 1G. Underline the correct words in the rule. We pronounce or don't pronounce the final T or D in a word when it's followed by a consonant sound.
Track 2.40. 1,
It must be a holiday home.
2,
It might be a holiday home.
3,
It could be a holiday home.
4,
It can't be a holiday home.
Okay, now that you heard it, the rule is listen to the sentence in 1G and underline the correct words in the rule. You must pronounce it. That is correct. Now listen and tick the sentences where you hear the final T or D. Practice saying the sentences.
Track 2.41. 1,
It can't get much sun.
2,
You could be right.
3,
She must earn a lot of money.
4,
It might be very expensive.
5,
You must enjoy living here.
Okay, now that you heard it, let's check it out. These are the ones where you don't listen to it, and these are the ones like must are the only ones where you hear the T pronounced at the end. Okay? Now, in these discussion questions, what do you think it might be like to live in the homes in 1A? Okay, all these discussion questions, you're going to answer them. And then on this vocabulary buildings, read Amanda's email and underline the correct words. Okay, I'm moving house or I'm moving my house next Friday. Okay, so check that you choose the correct words on Amanda's email. Okay, and now we're going to go to vocabulary focus on page 158. On page 158, we got describing houses and buildings. Use the words in the box to label the pictures, then listen and check. Okay, while you're listening, you will be labeling the pictures, okay? Ready? And listen.
Track 2.42. 1,
Block of flats.
2,
Balcony.
3,
First floor.
4,
Flat.
5,
Ground floor.
6,
Steps.
7,
Doorbell.
8,
Terrace.
9,
Landing.
10,
Basement.
11,
Front door.
12,
Attic.
13.
Lock.
Okay, now that you listened, let's check the answers. Okay, moving on. Relating the pictures with the words will give you a very basic meaning of what they are, but still you can look for them in a dictionary. Now complete the sentences with the words in the box, then listen and check. Now that you know what the words are according to the pictures, you can answer this exercise and find out that your answers are correct. Now discuss the sentences in B which are true for you, okay? According to these sentences, which do you think are true? Imagine you're going to buy or rent a new home. What kind of house or flat would you choose and why? Which of these things are most important? Okay, so according to these things, you're going to tell me which do you think are more important and you're going to answer the questions. Then you're going to go back to page 81. Now on page 81, we've got imagine you're going to stay for 3 nights in a city that you don't know. Discuss the questions right here. Let me just get it a little bit closer. There you go. And then read the introduction of a more personal space to stay and choose the best summary. Okay, a more personal place to stay. This would be your introduction, okay? So you're going to read this content on the box and then you're going to make a summary, okay, of these 3 points. Check that your summary goes according to this. Would you like to stay in someone else's home? What would be good or bad about it? Please answer the question with your opinion. And then read what the guests say, answer the questions, write A for Antonia or K for Kumi. Which of the places would you rather stay in? So you're going to read what Antonia said and what Kumi said. Okay? After you read it, check that your answers correspond right here. Okay? Now, on page 82, what might be the advantages and disadvantages of being an Airbnb host? Answer that question and then read what the hosts say. Do they mention the advantages and disadvantages you talked about? Okay. Or you're going to read what Roberto, Lisa, and Clara said. Okay. And then check if they did or not. Letter H, read the text above again and match the words in bold with the definitions. Okay, we've got some words in bold right here like accommodation, pleasure, theft, reservation, cottage, and property. What you're going to do is write down the word in bold with the definition that has to match here. Okay, check that the matching is correct. These are the words. Property, a building that someone owns. Accommodation, places to stay. You have to do it like that. Now look at the buildings below and discuss the questions. In this case, you're going to answer the questions. And then imagine you're going on a holiday with your partner. Discuss which of the houses or flats you would like to stay in. Can you agree on one house or flat to visit? Okay, you're going to discuss and tell me which one would you prefer from these pictures. Aren't they very interesting? Look at them. I'm going to browse back all the way, scroll up a little bit so you can look at the pictures. Okay, this is today's class, guys. See you soon. Have a great day.